Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So first I just wanted to say I'm really sorry that I haven't actually uploaded a video for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The reason being is I've actually been away on a few holidays. First of all, I went to Mexico City to visit my friend who lives there, spent a week with her, which was amazing. And then I literally was back in the UK for 5 days, back at work for a bit, and then I was off to Lanzarote with my boyfriend and friends. So that's why I haven't been able to film anything. But also that's why I thought I'd do this video, because I've actually had a chance to do a lot of duty-free shopping and bought a lot of new makeup. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys what I bought and the stuff I've absolutely been loving. So firstly, I'm going to start with these products because a lot of the stuff I bought actually was MAC. And first of all, because MAC is my all-time favourite makeup brand. And also because there isn't really one near me apart from London, and although I do go into London for work sometimes, I don't really have time to go to the MAC counter or the MAC stores. So when I'm in an airport, I literally am like a MAC fiend and just don't leave the counter until I have to board my flight. So that's why I thought I'd do the other stuff before I did show you the stuff that I got from MAC. So the first product I wanted to show you, this one actually isn't what I got from the airport. This is one I bought just before I went on holiday. And it's a drugstore brand, which I thought I'd show you as well. And it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation. And I think I've used this once in a video as well. I just repurchased it again before I went. And I've forgotten how much I absolutely love this foundation. For a drugstore price, it really isn't that different to my high-end, MAC, Armani, Benefit, all those different foundations that I've got. This actually is really, really good. And some days, particularly when I'm going to work, I don't want to use an expensive product just for work. This is really good. It goes on really well. Obviously, the last 25 hours, I've never had it on my face 25 hours, so I don't know if it does. But it definitely does last all day. So I put it on about 7:30 in the morning, and I leave it on till I go to bed at 10 o'clock, and it's pretty much still on. So very good, much cheaper foundation if that's what you're after. Then another foundation that I did get at the airport, this is one that everybody's been raving about for absolutely ages, and again I just haven't been able to get my hands on it because the nearest counter to me is in London, and I just haven't had the time to go and get a colour match. And so when I was in the airport and I saw this counter, I literally was like, oh my god, I have to have this foundation put on my face. And it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation, and my colour was number 4. Now, the reviews on this foundation really do, meet expectations. This is perfect for dry skin, which is exactly what I have. I have a lot of dry areas on my cheeks and around my nose and on my forehead, and this is really, really hydrating, so it's really, really good for that. It's not, oil-based, but it's also not got drying properties that will make your skin even drier. And it does go on very, very well. Now, I'm very, very fussy on foundation. I very rarely find one that I actually really like. And I feel like I sometimes have bad face days where my foundation just doesn't sit on my face. But this one so far has been very, very good. Obviously, it is a bit pricey, but it was £27 in the airport, and on the high street, I think it's 38 or 36. So it's definitely, if you are going near an airport, get this foundation there because it's definitely much cheaper. Then on the plane, I got a few bits as well. First, a bit of a random one is this lip balm called Dr. Lipp. Now, don't be put off because it actually says on the label, original nipple balm for lips. And I think this originally was brought out for women who are breastfeeding, but then I think they realised that it actually has loads of other good properties because you can use it on burns, on dry skin patches, and obviously on your lips as well. And I have such dry lips all the time. And when I was in Lanzarote, I managed to burn my lips because I forgot to put a lip balm on that had SPF in it. So that was really stupid. So for about 4 days, my lips were so cracked. And obviously, as soon as you put a lipstick on, it just looks awful. So I was putting this on constantly. And now I've started putting it on when I start putting my moisturiser on so that it's sort of soaked into my lips before I then put a lipstick on. So definitely recommend this. I'm pretty sure you can get it online, but I just saw it on the plane and thought I have to have this. Another thing I bought on the plane, and you'll have seen the pictures if you follow me on Instagram, is the Revlon Lip Cube. And I think all the airlines are doing it because when I flew to Mexico, I was with BA, and when I flew to Lanzarote, I was with Monarch, and they both had the Lip Cube. And it's these lipsticks like this, and there's 9 of them, which is really, really cool. So these two colours, I'll just swatch them for you now, are ones I wanted to show you because they're very not colours I would ever buy, and that's where it's sometimes quite good if you get these sets because you end up trying lipsticks that you never would. So the first one is called Coffee Bean, and I don't know how well you can see it in this camera, but it's this bottom colour here. So it's quite a dark brown, which, like I said, would never be something I would pick. But I've actually really been liking it. If I'm going for quite a nude look, it's actually been really refreshing to not have a nude pink or a nude, but to have a nude brown. And then what I've been doing is putting this second colour on, which is called Champagne on Ice, over the top. And that's just a pearly, that's the second one here, glittery, sort of shiny colour that I've been putting over the top of Coffee Bean, which makes it a little bit less sort of brown and whoa, she's wearing brown lipstick, but it makes it really glossy as well. So they're two lipsticks I've absolutely been loving. I'm pretty sure you can buy them separately, but the Lip Cube was such good value for money. It was £30 and you got 9 lipsticks, which if you work that out per lipstick really isn't that much. And it was such a range of colours from the brownie tones to nudes, pink spreads, loads of different colours, so I was loving that. Another thing that I very recently bought, which I'm absolutely loving, is the Real Techniques Night Owl palette. For some reason I've got green glitter all over the top of mine. I don't know how I've managed that. So this has been brought out by Real Techniques with Sam and Nick Chapman, who you probably know run the really successful channel Pixie Wood, and they're my absolute favourite YouTubers to watch. And I really, really love this. For the money, for the amount it cost, I think it was £14, the amount you get and the quality is just amazing. So you've got these four eyeshadows, and then you've got a gel liner, a blusher, and this highlighter is just fabulous. I love cream highlighters, and it is really, really pigmented and really, really shows. And then you also get these two lip glosses as well. So this is only limited edition. They've got this one and I think it's called Modern Naturals, which is more browny goldy shade. So if you're not a very sort of colourful person who wears colours on their eyes, then that's probably the one for you. But I love wearing darker shades on my eyes, so I love it. Okay, so one other random thing that I wanted to show you guys, sort of more of a makeup tool than a product, is something that I've started doing when I do quite a bold eye, and it's using this sticky tape. Now it's I don't know what you would even call it, because it's not like sellotape that you would wrap a present up with. It's sort of like clear, so it's less sticky, so it's easier to get off. And I am just obsessed with doing this when I'm doing a bold eye look, because you just get that straight line that you just physically cannot get without using a really sharp angle brush and then going over it with concealer. And this is so easy. I literally just get a bit off and just tape it like that, or like however high you want the angle, and then just do my eyeshadow like normal, and then at the end I take it off and just love it. So that's a really random thing, but something I've really been loving. Okay, so on to the MAC stuff. So first things first, I just wanted to show you guys something that's just, I think I talked about this in my last video as well, the tutorial where I did a Maleficent tutorial. And talking about that, actually, I might do another one, because when I did the tutorial, the film wasn't out, so I was only going on the picture of Angelina Jolie. And actually, having watched her in the film, the makeup is actually a bit different. In the picture, they've made it, they've edited it so her eyes are super, super dark. And actually, in the film, they're not. They're actually a lot more gold and a bit brownier than black. So I might redo that. So if you guys are thinking, what, have you lost your mind? That's not what she looks like. It's because I hadn't actually seen the film. But the film is amazing. So do watch it if you haven't already. So MAC brought out some limited edition Maleficent makeup, which I had to have. So the first thing that I got from them was the eyeshadow palette, and I just absolutely love this. So it's got a black, and then a sort of grey brown tone, and then a brown, and then a gold, and they're just beautiful, beautiful colours. You can buy them separately as well, but absolutely love this palette. I also got the beauty powder as well, which is just quite a cool compact, because you've got the mirror as well, and then you've just got a neutral powder, and mine was in the colour Natural. I just absolutely love them, mainly because I love MAC, and I also love Disney and Maleficent, so match made in heaven for me. Then when I was in the Mexican duty free, actually, I was so shocked they had a MAC counter. I nearly died. I was so excited. and I got this beautiful blue palette. What's it actually called? It's just called Beleuxe, I think. I'll write in the description what's below because I can't pronounce that. But it's just these absolutely, blue is my absolutely favourite colour to wear on my eyes anyway. And it's like got more of a black, then a dark blue, then a turquoise, and then a glittery blue, and then a white. And it just had to have it. It's just absolutely lovely. And as always, the MAC eyeshadows are just the best. So I loved that. I then also got one of the limited edition MAC eyeshadows from their Alluring Aquatics range. Mainly because I just love how cool it is. It's like, I don't know if you can really see, but like a shell, and the lid also has water droplets on it, which is just cool. They didn't have many left, so the original one I wanted, I can't remember what it was called now, but they sold out, so I just got this one instead. It's called Legendary Lure, and it looks grey, but it actually comes out quite green and glittery as well. So it's quite a nice colour, and really good for blending into your socket or your crease. So love that. Also sticking with the greens, I got the one of the pigments, and this one is called Golden Olive, and it's a greeny, sparkly gold colour, golden olive, obviously, but absolutely beautiful. I was wearing its own, or you could do that and then use Legendary Lure in the crease, and it's just absolutely beautiful and a match made in heaven. Then something that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while, but every time I've been ordering online from MAC or at a store, I just keep forgetting. And when I was through duty-free, my flight was boarding, and I suddenly remembered that I wanted to buy this eyeshadow, so I ran like a nutter through duty-free to get this, and it's Omega. And you guys have probably seen this before because it's a very common colour that a lot of people use. But I haven't realised how much I need this in my life. So firstly, I've been using it on my eyebrows, got it on at the moment, and it is just the perfect colour because it's not too dark, so it's not too like, whoa, they're really, really in your face. It's not too light, so you think, okay, you can barely see them. But it's actually a brown that has no red in it, because a lot of the browns I've used before are quite red toned, and then it just looks too warm and it's a bit weird. But this is perfect, and I've also been using it just to in my crease. So if I don't really want to wear much eyeshadow, or I'm going for a really neutral look, I've just been putting on Painterly paint pot just on my eyelid, and then been blending Omega through the crease. So absolutely love that. Then this is actually something that I got from MAC free when I got my Maleficent stuff, which is the tester. And it's one of their new mascaras. It's a really small one, but it's called Zoom Fast Black Lash, and it's really, really good actually. I've never been a fan of MAC's mascaras, but I mean obviously it's a smaller one than the original would be, but it's just really, really good. Very, very black, which I really like, and just really volumizing. So I would really recommend that. Then two things that I just cannot stop using are their Prep and Prime highlighters. So I started off just by trying to control myself and not spend too much money, and just got Light Boost, which is the lighter shade which you just use on your cheekbones. And then I just couldn't help it, and I had to buy Bright Forecast as well. So Bright Forecast is the yellowy toned colour which you put on your under eye area to cancel out those blue-green tones of your dark circles. And then I go over the top with Light Boost in sort of a V shape to try and get that Kim Kardashian look. And I really, really love these. I will use them in my next tutorial so you can see them, but they're brilliant. And the last thing that I got from MAC was part of their new line, which is the Sharon and Kelly Osbourne range. I did try and get the eyeshadow palette from Sharon's collection, but they'd sold out, so I'm waiting for that to come back in stock. But I actually bought one of the lipsticks from Kelly's range, and it's called Dodgy Girl, okay? But it's a really unusual colour. I'm actually wearing it right now on my lips, and it's a purple, but it's really, really lovely. Yeah, and it's just absolutely lovely, and I just really, really like it. It's something really, really different. Again, something I wouldn't usually go for, but I just thought, oh, I'll try it and see if I like it, and I've really been loving it. So they are my sort of new favourites, I guess you could say, for June. A lot of them I bought in the airport, like I said. So if you're going through duty free, they are definitely some ones that I would recommend buying. And I will do a tutorial very, very soon, probably using a lot of these new products. And definitely I'll use the Prep and Prime highlighters. And I will see you all very soon. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!